Hi friends, how are you? Tell me all the things. How have you been? How has your week been? Welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, then welcome. I'm Marcia with Buy Sell Plan, and I do a lot of videos on functional planning for my businesses as well as my personal life and my health and wellness. So if that sounds good to you, I hope you will consider sticking around and subscribing. So I'm drinking a chamomile lavender tea. It is quite cool out today. It's raining. We actually had some thunderstorms a little bit earlier today. So it's one of those cool, wet days, goes right down to your bones. You know what I mean? So yeah, hot bevy is, we've been out and about today. So it is 20 to 4, almost 20 to 4. And I normally like to film earlier in the day, but we were working today. So we had a final walkthrough for some clients. We helped them purchase their dream home. And that was really, really fun to walk through. So this was their first visit after purchasing the home. So it was just us there. And we got to spend a full hour in the property, really just looking through everything, taking pictures. They brought family. We took like pictures and measurements so that they can start planning for furniture and all that fun stuff. And then we went to go look at another property. We're going to be doing a market evaluation on Monday. We have a listing appointment, so we drove by the property. Anyways, so yeah, it is a cold and rainy day. So as soon as we got home, I made this tea so that I can warm up while I'm filming this week's Plan With Me. So we are going to be recapping the week of November the 3rd. No, November the 10th, because today's the 15th. We're going to be recapping the week of November 10th and planning for the week of November the 17th. So yeah, how has your week been? Did you guys have a good week? Did you accomplish the goals that you set out for yourself? I've had a really good week, a busy week. So I actually haven't really been in my planner on a daily basis. Like I haven't even switched this over to today or yesterday. Look, I didn't even write in anything for yesterday. So that's how good and productive of a week it has been. All right. I've been doing so good with my lead gen. I did it 4 days this week. I'm very proud of myself. Oh, I didn't put in my contacts for yesterday. Let me just quickly look that up. All right, 17 contacts on Friday. So yeah, it was a really productive week. I did lead gen Monday, Tuesday. This was a short one because we had to go out of town for some showings. Wednesday I did do a full hour, but I only did 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 contacts, which isn't bad. So Wednesday and Thursday was really dedicated to business planning for 2026. So I went on, if you're in the real estate world, you probably have heard of Tom Ferry. So I did one of his lives. It was 2.5 hours. I got so much value. I took like 3 pages of notes. And then we had our annual business planning clinic at my brokerage. So my gosh, after both of these, my head was spinning. So I need time to process and digest. And then probably, I don't know if we'll get to it this weekend, but early next week, I'm going to be sitting down and going through all of my notes and finalizing my business plan for 2026. I am so excited. I just love a fresh start. Yeah, so it was good. It was good. And then yesterday I did lead gen. I don't remember what time. I didn't write it in, but I did a lot of buy sell plan as well. So we have made huge progress for the Black Friday sale that we have coming up. We're changing things up on our website a little bit. Make sure you check it out, making it more user-friendly and easier to navigate. So we're very excited about what we've been working on, and we're not done. We're still going to be continuing on that to make it even more user-friendly and adding more to the shop. If you are on our email list, you will be receiving an email very soon because you're going to get a head start on the Black Friday sale that we're doing. So make sure that you're subscribed if you're not. All right. Okay. So this is my planning task. Let's review our weekly planning here. Okay, let's get to it. So weekly planning. We're going to recap our task card from last week as well as our numbers. So if you are in a sales-based job, this is where you would recap the numbers that you had set for yourself, or maybe your company sets your weekly targets to check in and see if you reached your goals, And if you didn't or did, that's your opportunity to readjust. So as far as how I did, as far as my numbers, so my goal was to lead gen twice, and I did lead gen 4 times. I only did my 20 contacts 1 time. So otherwise, let's see how many I did for the week. I could just check my stats here. I've got my laptop open beside me. All right, so I did 56 contacts this week. I generated 3 leads, and I booked 1 listing appointment. So that was a pretty good week. As far as how I did with my other focuses here, I have started to tag Christmas cards in our CRM and haven't started to plan our pop by yet for Christmas, so still need to do that. Wellness, starting my evening routine around 10:30. I have not been doing very well with that. Let's see. I did do a habit tracker for my evening routine. So the week of the 10th, so twice. So that's Monday. So Tuesday and Wednesday I did. Wait, yes, that's right. Tuesday and Wednesday and last night. Why didn't I do last night? So I find that it's easier for me when I have something booked the next day. So for example, I had to get up early a few times this week. So therefore it was easy for me to start my evening routine at a decent hour and get to bed at a decent hour, because I knew that, I had to get up at a certain time and I want it to be rested. But otherwise, when I don't have anything scheduled, I do find it challenging, because I'm like, well, I don't have to be anywhere first thing in the morning, right? So therefore, I stay up later. And it's a habit that I'm working on changing, because I do feel better when I get to bed before midnight. So I did 3 times this week. So that's progress, right? It's not every day, but that is progress. I haven't gotten back on track with my castor oil. I haven't really done too well with my screen boundaries. Starting at 9 p.m. I have been on my phone like late. So not a home run there. And then for buy sell plan, complete Black Friday prep. I wouldn't say that we are complete, but we made huge progress. So we're gonna bring that over to next week, because we're not 100% done yet. And then I didn't have time to work on my CEO life planner. No time, because it was all about the Black Friday prep. So it's probably a little ambitious thinking I would also have time for that this week. So I'll be bringing that over to next week as well. And then I entered my stats yesterday. Okay, that's how I did there. All right, and viewing current month's goals, let's check in and see how we're doing with that. So again, for buy sell plan, it's finishing my CEO life planner. So yeah, I wanted to have that finished, at least all sketched out, so that Ryan can build everything and make them into inserts. So I'm about halfway done. And then, so choosing our freebie. We have not chosen our freebie yet for Black Friday. We have some ideas, but we haven't 100% chosen that yet. For real estate, Christmas cards, plan our pop by, lead gen 2 to 3 times per week. Didn't do too well the first week of the month, right? Let's take a look here. I did twice that week and 4 times that week. So, you know what? I'd say I'm doing pretty good with that. And then for wellness, my evening routine, journaling, 2 to 3 times per week. So I'm not doing too well with my wellness in that regard. All right. And then as far as what my goals were for last week, so market intel, I did do my market intel. I haven't really been highlighting as I've been getting things done here. I did market intel, did Black Friday content plan. No, I didn't. I didn't do my market minute. I have started to take Christmas cards and Popeyes and lead gen minimum twice. Yes, I did all that. Okay. And then next up, my quarterly goals. So for my main focus for quarter 4, and you know what, probably moving forward, is not forcing results. Basically, to sum everything up, I'm following a rhythm. So every action I take now is creating compound clarity so that my future self doesn't have to hustle. That's the goal. And I have set really big goals for next year, and I have a lot more clarity on how to achieve that. I did set basically the same commission goal that I set for 2025. I did set for 2026. I did not achieve my commission goal this year, and I know why I didn't achieve that, and I'll be sharing that with you when I do my year-end recap and sharing with you what my goals are for next year. So I'm feeling really good though about achieving my goals for next year, and then keeping my eye on the prize and don't let distractions take me off course. I've been doing really good with that. So for example, like let's say I book some things that are not money making activities, I'm looking ahead now going, okay, wait, why did I book that? And then I will cancel it or reschedule it to a different day so that I'm not taking away from the money making activities that I need to be doing, if that makes sense. So I'm still like booking coffees with colleagues and friends and things like that, but not in place of when I should be doing my lead gen. And if I have a lot of things scheduled in the week, I'm learning to not overextend myself, right? So that I'm following my own rhythm and not pushing and forcing, because I would do that. Well, I've booked it, so I need to make sure that I follow through with it. And then I'm left feeling like with, tired and like nothing left in the tank for real important work. So yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. All right. So let's set up my goals for next week. If you hear that kind of humming noise, my furnace just kicked in. We do have our heat on now because it is cold out, but I have just turned it off so that it's not a distraction. So it's just going to take a second to shut off. And hopefully it's not too dark. I'm using natural light in front of my window. I don't like to use artificial light if I can help it. So hopefully it's not too dark, but if it does kind of go in and out with the light, I do apologize, or with the brightness, I should say. It's because it's very, very gray out today. All right, so I'm going to set my goals for next week here. So definitely need to do my market intel, Black Friday content, and get a market minute done. Okay, that's good. So Black Friday content, market minute, 20 contacts per day or minimum of 1 hour a day, because I may not have time. For me to get 20 contacts can take me an hour and a half between text calls and emails. So some days I don't have time, but that is the goal. So either a minimum of 1 hour a day, and then however many I get is how many I get, or 20 contacts. So whichever makes the most sense for that day. Finished all my tagging for who we're going to be delivering Christmas pop buys to, as well as our Christmas cards, our client Christmas cards, and then deciding on the freebie for Black Friday once and for all. Because I believe starting on the let me check the calendar here, the 21st. Yes, so on the 21st is when our email list will be able to start their Black Friday shopping. And then it opens up on the 27th for everyone else. So I do need to make sure that I plan my Black Friday content to be promoting that on Instagram and deciding on the freebie. Okay, that's that. All right, that's my goals for next week. And then make my task card for this week. All right, so for wellness, my goal is my non-negotiables. These are my non-negotiables, okay? So wellness is go to sleep before 12, because I've done that a few times this week and I have felt so good the next week. Actually, even 2 nights ago, so not last night, but the night before, I had a sleep score of 100. I couldn't believe it. I felt so good yesterday. This morning was 96 when I woke up. Usually I'm in the low 90s, so yeah, I'm definitely noticing a difference with how I feel and how I sleep better. And then my evening routine, getting back to that. So that's like doing deep stretching, low lights, like dim lights, to help get my brain ready for evening and for bed. And then doing my journaling 2 to 3 times a week, which essentially is part of my evening routine, as well as doing deep stretching before bed. I find that really helps too. It's kind of sort of like a form of meditation, because I'm taking deep breaths and holding my stretches for a long period of time. So it really helps my body to relax and decompress. So deep stretching before bed. All right, and then for real estate, finish tagging, do pop buy research, get some ideas of what would be a good option for that, and then finish my 2026 business plan. And then for buy sell plan, finish our Black Friday prep, worked on our project planning insert. Need to get that done because I'm finding I'm needing it. So time to get that done. And then publish my next YouTube video and then edit my Toronto Stationery Show haul. Yeah. So that is all ready to go. Okay, and then next up, we're going to schedule the month. Nope, wrong one. Check my master task list. I'm going to take a look at this, see if there's anything I can check off that's been completed, and transfer to this week. I'm going to take this next week's inserts out, make it easier to write on. So if there's anything on here that I can put in here to complete, I'm going to do that now. Okay, so I've transferred all my tasks from master task list as well as this current week's tasks, and I have my routines all set in here. I really only have one top follow-up that I can think of right now, and I started writing with the blue pen. Oh well, no biggie. So now I'm going to open up my iCal and schedule out my week. All right, that was simple. The only thing I have scheduled, so I have my listing appointment on Monday, and then I have a dermatology appointment on Thursday. Otherwise, it is all work from home. I do have something scheduled on Tuesday, but I'm going to be rescheduling that because that'll be 2 days in a row out, then plus the Thursday, and then we were out for a big chunk of our day today. So we're just looking ahead at what we want to get done, and then to make sure that I have the time and energy to accomplish my goals in both businesses. I need to make sure that I'm really just zeroing in on the money-making activities. And I have a lot of, so this was what I had scheduled on Tuesday, was a coffee with a colleague, just to catch up. And she is one of the top agents in my brokerage. So I wanted to have coffee with her so I can pick her brain, because I have really big goals for next week, next year. But yeah, I want to make sure that I schedule that coffee when I don't have anything else going on. So I will do that after the Black Friday. And that's it. That is this week's Plan With Me, how I recap my week, set my goals and intentions for the next week for both of my businesses, as well as my health and wellness goals. This is probably one of my favorite things to do in my week, is sit down and do my weekly planning, because it just helps to get everything out of my head and get it on the page. And I love that. So I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful and got some tips and ideas on how you can make your weekly planning ritual more efficient, perhaps, and maybe even more functional to help you achieve your goals. Thank you so much for watching. I will link my Plan Like a CEO playlist if you would like to watch more videos like this. And don't forget to say hello in the comments. I loved chatting and engaging with you guys. So Yeah, don't forget to say hello. Let me know what your top focus is for this coming week. I would love to know what you're focusing on so I can be your cheerleader. I think I'm trying to remember from last week's video what I said my number one goal was. I think it was focusing on my lead generation. I think I'll have to refer back to it. And if that is the case, I'm very proud of myself that I did, in fact, accomplish that. All right. All right. Thanks again for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.